3 reasons you are suffering in your life. Hello, champions. I'm Dr. Meghana Dikshit, author of the book You Matter, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our channel. Here we explore the fascinating realms of the mind and brain, share the secrets to success, help you heal your past, and prepare for a brilliant future. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And to all our returning viewers, a heartfelt welcome. If you're ready to dive into the incredible world of brain potential, type dive in the chat box right now. Apart from this video, we can help you in 2 ways. There are 2 links posted in the caption. First is to register for my live seminar for free to train your brain to achieve all your goals. And second, you can purchase my book You Matter through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. Do you constantly feel you are suffering in your life? Life is not going the way it should. There are 3 reasons I'm going to now explain these to you. Continue listening to this video, and at the end of it, you will have all the answers to your questions about why things are the way they are in your life. In Mahabharata, on day 1 of the war, Arjuna asked Krishna to take him to the middle of the battlefield so that he can take a look at both the armies. When Arjuna looks around, he has a sudden realization that in the enemy side they were his gurus, great-grandfather, cousins, and he would be fighting them and most likely killing them. This realization puts him in deep remorse, and he decides to put down his weapons even before the war has begun. Krishna looks at him and smiles. Krishna speaks to Arjuna, which is considered the highest discourse to mankind. Krishna says, "It's your ego that believes that you are causing their death. It's an illusion that you're living in. Who are you to cause death or to give life to anybody? You do not have the power. What is not in your power, why do you then suffer for that?" Today you're standing here as a warrior. You have to focus on doing your duty. Your duty as a warrior is to fight and see that your side wins. That is your dharma. Arjuna is stunned and he realizes his mistake. The rest of the story you, my listeners, are aware of. Similarly, the Bible has the serenity prayer. The serenity prayer asks God to give us the strength to understand what is in my power and what is not, and to give me the wisdom to do what is in my power to the highest and best of my capacity and ability. Intellectually, consciously, we understand all of this, but still we suffer. There are 3 ways we can suffer. We go through some physical pain, or we are emotionally, mentally disturbed, or we are disconnected from our higher self. We are struggling to find the meaning of our existence. If I say, all your suffering is in your mind, will you be surprised? Type surprised in the chat box. Let me explain this to you with a case study. This was when I used to run my Ayurvedic holistic center. One day, one gentleman came for treatment. He was suffering from acute body pain, especially in his legs. He was so much in pain that it was difficult for him to focus on his work, and because of this, he was suffering. During the consultation, he told me his past story. He was the youngest of the siblings. He had an elder brother and a sister. Both were high achievers. Everybody in the family and extended family expected him to follow in his siblings' footsteps. Since his childhood, he was constantly compared. If he got 96 marks out of 100 in math, he heard how his brother and sister had secured 100 out of 100. And this had continued in his childhood. Now he was married, had kids of his own, but the comparison had not stopped. Now the parents or extended family were not comparing, but he was comparing his life with his siblings' lives. When he came for consultation with me, his constant focus was on how can his parents have behaved like this. Why did his parents behave like this? He was suffering emotionally and mentally. He had to go through a series of one-to-one sessions to realize that he was holding on to the deep anger against his parents and siblings. The pain in his legs was the accumulated resentment that he was carrying since childhood. The day he realized that it was his expectations from his parents to behave in a particular way, the way he wanted them to be, that was the day that turned around his life. He slowly started responding to the Ayurveda treatments. He followed my recommendations. Today, he has reached the zenith in his business. His relationship with his family, wife, and kids is stable and joyous. He's leading a fulfilled life. When troubles knock on his door, he knows exactly what steps to take to come out of the suffering, become free and happy. Did you get this? Type IGI. If this resonated with you, what is your story that you're telling yourself? The main reason we suffer is because our focus is constantly on the other person and their behavior. Just like this gentleman, his parents were no longer alive, but he was constantly thinking about them and why they did this to him. Sometimes we think, why my spouse is doing this? Why cannot my parent listen to me? Why does my boss not understand what am I going through? The second reason we are suffering is because we are either thinking about all that has gone wrong in our life or all that will go wrong, according to us, in the future. And the third reason we are suffering is because of our impatience. We want everything instantly to happen in our life. We say it and it should be done. So then, how do we go about resolving this? Becoming free from suffering. I'm going to now give you some simple steps to follow that will help you to come out of your suffering. Understand, suffering is a choice. Say it with me. Suffering is my choice. How does that make you feel? When you're making choice, you become powerful. And if you're powerful, then you're suffering. You can always make a choice to not suffer, isn't it? If that makes sense, type makes sense in the chat box. Now, let's go to the step 1. When that question pops up in your mind, why my spouse, why my friend, why my boss did or behave or say or do whatever, look within. What has been your contribution to that situation? We are very quick to point fingers at others. Any situation gets created because of two parties. One is you and the second is the other person. So first step is to ask ourselves, what has been my contribution to this situation? It is important that we learn to process our emotions. Most of the time, we think that if I share with my friend or somebody what I'm feeling, it's done. No, our emotions get embedded into our cells. Our cells remember each and every tiny bit of emotion that we feel. So it is important that we learn to decode, process and go to the root of what we are feeling and heal ourselves, the way my client did. Unfortunately, it is not taught in schools. So you have to make an effort yourself and educate yourself in this area. Step 2. Check you are playing 100%. Like Krishna says to Arjuna, as a warrior today on the battlefield, are you playing as a warrior 100%? Every day ask this question, have I given my 100% today to this role that I am playing today? Whatever it is that you're doing, are you giving your 100% in that moment? This keeps us in the present and grounded. Step 3. You plant a seed today. It takes time to germinate, grow, flower and bear the fruits. It's called the law of germination. You will say, we know this, but how to put it in practice? The best way is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness in all that you're doing. Spending 30 to 45 minutes each day just being and not doing anything. Mindfulness makes us aware of the higher power in the nature. Step 4 is to let go of the need to control everything and every situation around you. Daily write your thought journal to declutter your mind. Maintain a gratitude journal. Practicing gratitude will bring your focus on all that is going well in your life. Step 5. Most important is get yourself a mentor who will guide you at every step of the way. Now, if you understand why are you suffering in your life, type I understand in the chat box. And next time that voice in your head says, oh, my life is like this, squash that voice. Follow these steps and share this video with your loved ones. Reminder again, if you need more help on this, there are 2 links posted in the chat box. First is to register for my live seminar for free to train your brain to achieve your goals. And second is you can purchase my book, You Matter, through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. Until then, next time.